Hi, I'm Brett Watwood. I'm going to be your instructor for EDU6323. So again, welcome to Technology as a Medium for Learning. So as I said, I'm Brett Watwood. I'm also B. Watwood on Twitter. I've got an email address at Northeastern. I blog. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, others. I have a digital identity, and all of you have a digital identity. That's part of what we'll be exploring in this course. So let me give you a little bit of background about the course and what's going to happen over the next 12 weeks. We're going to be experimenting. We're going to be looking at a lot of different digital tools and processes. We're going to be thinking about the ethical use and the value of using them. We'll do this collaboratively. And we'll be doing that with some very specific questions in mind. What does research say about integrating technology into the learning experience? How can technology be used to further motivation and cognition? How can technology enhance learning design? I think the textbook that we're going to be using will really help pull this together. This book came out a couple of years ago, Michelle Miller's Minds Online, Teaching Effectively with Technology. Her focus is online learning, but it really applies to any learning situation. And in today's world, much of learning takes place online. So I think you're going to find this book interesting. It really dives into the learning sciences behind attention, memory, thinking, how multimedia works, motivation through technology. So this will be a book that is layered into the course. We're going to start looking at learning in a networked world and then spend 9 weeks looking at a variety of tools that can be used for learning. Blogging, tagging, Facebooking, screencasting, so forth. But as we do that, we'll also be working our way through Michelle's book and thinking about attention, memory, and thinking and multimedia as each of these tools unfolds. And so I think you're going to find this a rather interesting course to not only have a chance to play with a lot of stuff, but also think critically about it. And we'll wrap the course up by you reflecting on your own personal learning network and how to build that using technology and steps you might use to move forward. Much of our work will take place in the Northeastern CPS Blackboard system, but you'll also be out on the open web. You'll each have a Twitter account and we'll be tweeting weekly. We'll use Facebook, a private group in Facebook on several occasions rather than the discussion boards in Blackboard. And we're going to be using Diigo, which is a social bookmarking system to gather resources on memory, thinking, and attention as we work our ways through both the book and the course. So for getting started, and I'll talk a little bit about this in a second, you're going to be setting up a Twitter account. You may or may not want to set up a dummy email account in order to set up all these accounts, but that's your call. But you will need a Twitter account. I'm recommending either TweetDeck or Hootsuite as means to organize and manage your Twitter account. You'll be joining a Facebook group, which means you need a Facebook account if you don't have one, and you'll be setting up a Diigo account. And let me just real quickly share what these look like. Okay, so here I am in my TweetDeck, and this is tied into my Twitter account. So right here I'm seeing any tweets that are coming in to me, and any specifically addressed to me show up here. I've created, just by using this hashtag, I went into search, typed in the hashtag and clicked here, and you'll notice that it comes up and says you can add a column right away. And that's how I added this column right here, which allows me to track any tweets that come in specifically for our class. I'm currently teaching EDU6323. We also use Twitter, and this is the account here. And you can set up other columns as you want. I've got lots and lots here that I follow on Twitter. So that's TweetDeck. Hootsuite's very similar. It's kind of a case of whatever you like to do. I also mentioned that we're going to be using Digo, and Digo is a social bookmarking site. This allows someone to save a bookmark to a website and then share it with the class, and even comment as on why you shared it, or someone else might come in and comment on your comment. So this is a great way for us to gather resources around specific topics. And I mentioned in Facebook we're going to be using a private group. This is a closed group, so only our members can see it. But this again allows a different way of conversing and dialoguing and sharing that I think is a little more fun and a little more open than the Blackboard site. So again, getting started, you need to set up a Twitter account, join the Facebook group, set up a Digo account, and you'll see all this in the Blackboard setup when you join. For those of you that have not had me before, I use a process that really came out of Florida that I've used for years, and I really like it, called PI. Preparation, interactions, and evaluation. So every week, the table of contents for the module looks something like this. This happens to be week 4, but there's a preparation section that where I give a little perspective and overview for the module, and I always provide a very detailed task list. And then in interactions, this is where you interact with content, with each other, with me. And so this would be readings and some background material, and then instructions for the discussions, which may take place in the discussion board or may take place on Facebook. And then the E is the evaluation. How am I grading you for that particular week? Some weeks, not every one, I happen to throw in just some additional things for fun, and that's called just for fun. So as you look through the course, you'll see those kinds of things. There's a flow to courses. If you've taken Northeastern courses before, you're probably used to this already. Usually by either Thursday or Friday, and check the task list for that. You have to make your first post in the discussion board or in Facebook. You also have to have tweeted on the topic of the week by that point. And then before that, you're doing the readings and getting prepared to do all that. After your initial post and tweets on Friday and Saturday, you're responding to your classmates. And this is a dialogue-driven course. I actually give about equal weight to your first post and then to the quality of your commenting to your classmates. So if you wait till late Sunday to comment to your classmates and don't give your classmates time to respond back to you, that's C work. That's how I'm going to grade it. If you post everything by Thursday and then begin commenting to each other Friday and Saturday and follow up on Sunday with some additional comments, that's getting into the A and B work that one would expect in a master's course. There's a number of assignments. You're going to be doing an analysis of what it means to search on the web in week 3. You're going to be developing your Digo resources weeks 4 to 7, and then using those resources in an analysis of the web through the lenses of the book that we're using, the chapters on attention, memory, and thinking. And week 8, you're going to be making a screencast to share with each other. Week 10, you're going to be revamping a lesson using some of the things we've learned in this class. And finally, in the final week, will be putting some of your signature assignments up on the ePortfolio. So that's kind of how the weighting is for the course. You'll notice that weekly participation, this is in Twitter and in discussions, is 25%. So if you're not tweeting with your classmates, that's going to impact your grade. So that's a pretty quick rundown of what the course is like. I look forward to seeing you online, and I think you're going to find this is going to be a fun, challenging, and informative class.